This is John Cola with DiscountJuicers.com. Today I have another exciting episode for you, and what we're going to do today is make Pina Colada from scratch. So what is Pina Coladas? Pina Coladas has the pineapples and the coconuts. Now, I don't like to use any canned or frozen or packaged products. I like to make everything fresh. So whether you're going to add rum to this or just drink the Pina Colada as a smoothie on its own, sans alcohol, I'm going to show you guys how to make one of the best pina coladas. It's going to blow your mind because, you know what? We all want to get back to eating the natural foods found in nature. I mean, those are the real flavors. A lot of the things in the packages and things, have artificial flavors and colors because they start processing it and process all the flavors and nutrients out of it. So by using your own fresh produce, not only will you get the best flavors, but you're going to also get the most nutrition. So to make the pina coladas today, we're using two appliances. Number one, the vita-mix Turbo Blend VS. This is the blender I recommend you guys buy to make healthy plant-based foods in your home. Not only does it come with the standard Vitamix with a 64-ounce carafe, which is nice size, it also has a nice full-color recipe book with over 200 recipes so that you can eat healthier. In addition to the blender, we're also going to be using the Omega Vert juicer. The Omega Vert juicer is my favorite juicer for juicing a wide variety of things, and this is the juicer that I use overall the most in my kitchen. That being said, just because I use it the most and it's my favorite doesn't mean it's going to be the favorite for you. I encourage you to check my other videos on YouTube where I have over 300 videos now explaining the different styles of juicers and what they're good and what they're not good at. Also comparing them in actual real world juice off so that you guys can see how they work and figure out the best juicer that's going to best meet your needs. And the Omega Vert at this present time does the best at meeting mine. So the first step is we're going to have to actually take off the skin while the juicer can handle it. You don't want to put the skin through there because it's going to change the flavor of your pina colada and it's not going to taste good. So I have a cored pineapple right here that's all ready to go. And what we're going to do is just go ahead and set up the juicer. And all we need to do now is juice the pineapple. So to juice the pineapple, it's very important. The part of the pineapple that's going to give you the most challenges with the Omega Vert is the core. It's the hardest part. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the knife and we're going to cut around the core. This is a very critical step to ensure your success when juicing pineapples in the Omega Vert. Now the core is the part of the pineapple that contains the most bromelain. It's a proteolytic enzyme which has been purported to help things like inflammation. So as you can see, I got all these pieces cut. Pretty much my core is right here on this piece, and these are all just the standard pieces. So we're just going to go ahead and chop this up into little pieces that will easily fit into the juicer. Alright, so that's all my pineapple in pieces. Now the next step is to cut the core. Now you can juice the core, but the problem is the core is actually very fibrous. These are the fibers that'll actually get stuck in your teeth, so you have to use a toothpick or dental floss to get the fibers out of your teeth, and it'll also going to clog up the juicer. So what we need to do is take a knife and take the fibers and chop them up. So the fibers run up and down, so we want to break them up, the side way to make them small as possible. So what I'm going to do first is take the core, and we're going to slice long slices out of the core here. And probably this is about like 1/8 inch wide. And you got to be careful when cutting it this thin. I have a nice sharp ceramic knife, which is the knife that I recommend you guys use. They keep their edge longer and just work really beautifully. So as you can see, we cut this into, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces. As you can see, these slices are fairly thin. Next, we're going to go ahead and put that stack up upright, and we're going to slice this, once again, 1/8 inch pieces. So now this is going to give us the minimal amount of strings that's going to block the juicer up. So in this way, because we're cutting it in this way, the juicer is now going to be able to literally extract the juice out of this hard fibrous core. And let me tell you, there's definitely a lot of juice in this hard fibrous core. Alright, so we got the core cut up. So now we have two piles, the regular pieces and the core pieces. Next, we're going to go ahead and turn this juicer on. Runs at a low 80 RPMs. I like the low, slow speed juices because they get more nutrition out of it. So to juice the pineapple, all we're going to simply do is put in a couple standard pieces. And as you can see, we instantly get the pineapple juice coming out this side, and over on this side, you can see the pulp coming out. So this takes away all the fibrous pulp. Now, if you were just to blend this mixture in the blender, it's not going to taste too good because the fiber basically dilutes the flavor. And so by removing the fiber, we're going to get a flavor blast. Plus, this is just liquid nutrients right here the juicer's making. So once we've juiced a whole section of the pineapple, we're then going to take a handful of these smaller core chunks and drop it in. This will help actually push through some of the pineapple through the machine because the Omega Vert needs some hard fiber to work, but if it's not in small pieces, then it actually will back it up. Another thing that's very imperative to ensure your successful results when using the Omega Vert juicer is to select the proper produce. So this pineapple is nice, hard, and firm. It's not soft and mealy. You know, you don't want to be juicing old fruits that are really soft in the Vert. It'll make more of an applesauce than juice for you. So this is a nice, firm pineapple, and as you can see, it's working beautifully. We're getting the pineapple pulp out over on that side. So I'm going to go ahead and finish up juicing the rest of this pineapple. I'm going to be back at you once I got 100% pineapple juice made with the Omega Vert juicer. So we're just about done juicing the last bit of pineapple in the Omega Vert juicer. Now, one of the things I'm noticing is that the pulp is backing up a little bit in here, and that's probably because my pineapple was a bit softer than it should have been. But that's all right. The juicer's still working, as you can see, and in general, one nice-sized pineapple will get about 3 to 4 cups of the pineapple juice. Now that the Omega Vert juicer is done juicing that pineapple, we're going to go ahead and flip this side over here. And what you will notice is on the inside of the machine, there'll be a lot of unjuiced pineapple. Now, this is totally normal, so you know, don't really worry about it. That happens especially if you got a softer pineapple. The next step is we're just going to take that pineapple juice that we created and we're going to pour that into the blender. This is approximately 3.5 cups. But not before I get to try a little bit. Wow, that's better than any pineapple juice out of the can. It's insane. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to open this coconut. So to do that, I have a nice standard meat cleaver here. And pretend the coconut is like the world. And on the equator, you're just going to tap and turn. So you're going to tap, turn. And it'll crack. It'll crack open, and as you can see, we just open it right up. The next step is we want to use a special coconut demeating tool, the right tool for the right job, as my grandfather used to say, and I definitely would agree with him. This is a special coconut demeating tool designed specifically to get the meat out of the coconut, and this is available at youngcoconuts.com. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and slide this demeating tool in between the shell and the meat and just rotate this around. Alright, so that's how easy it is to remove the coconut. The next thing you might notice is there's some, fiber here attached that was part of the shell. And you can put this in the blender if you're a frou-frou chef and you want it perfect. You might want to remove it as it may add a little bit of flavor characteristics to the mixture, but I don't really care. So we're going to go ahead and chop this up into smaller pieces, just break it up with my hand, and add that to the mixture there. Now we're going to go ahead and do the other side. Alright, so there's the other one. Now, while it's alright to have some the membrane on here, it's not good to have any coconut shell fragments, so we want to make sure those are all off. Shake off any fibers here, and just break this into some pieces and drop it in the vita-mix. Next, we're going to go ahead and put the top on the vita-mix, and we're going to blend this on high. Alright, so once it's done blending and all the coconut fibers have been basically broken down, now you're ready for the next step. Drink and enjoy. Just kidding. If you were to drink it at this point, you'd actually have a lot of the, chunks and coconut in there still, so it's not good to drink. What we want to do is now extract and take out the fiber and have a nice, rich, creamy drink. So what we're going to do now is we're going to once again use the Omega Vert juicer to separate out the pulp and the Pina Colada. So, I have cleaned the Omega Vert. You can't just keep the juicer with all the pineapple pulp in there, this will not work. You need to totally take it apart, clean it, and reassemble it, which I've already done. Now we're gonna go ahead and turn this on and simply pour our mixture through the machine. And I'll make it back up all the way up this neck here until it doesn't go into this little funnel area. And as you can see on this side, we're getting some delicious pineapple coconut milk or fresh made pina colada. Over on this side, what's coming out is the coconut meat. And this is extracting all the fiber, so we have a nice, rich, and clean, delicious drink. Now we're gonna go ahead and add more mixture. And as you can see, we're getting some nice, rich, delicious pina colada mix. And over on this side, all the pulp is now being separated out. And this is gonna be the bomb stuff right here. Now you do need to let this juicer take some time to work. It is working very hard to separate out just the pina colada and taking out all that coconut fiber that's not desirable, that we do not want in the drink. All right, it's almost all done. We're just gonna go ahead and add the last bit here. So now all we need to do is let the Omega Vert work, and check it out. I want to show you guys this. The pulp coming out on this side here. This is literally pineapple infused coconut shreds. Now if you try to wring it out, it's pretty dry, and you try to taste it. That actually might make a good pineapple carrot cake kind of thing to use in a recipe. I personally, it doesn't have too much flavor. Just going to my compost bin to feed my soil microbes to make good compost so I could grow some more plants in. How do you know when this is done? Well, you're gonna watch the pulp outlet there. When the pulp stops flowing, then you know it's ready, and we're only dripping some of the pina colada mixture out just a little bit. I always like to just take and turn the juicer up, get any last drips, and then what we're gonna do is switch these guys over. And here it is, what you guys have been waiting for, what I've been waiting for today. This is my lunch, the fresh pina colada mixture made with a single pineapple and a single coconut. So now we're gonna get to enjoy. That's the best pina colada I've ever tasted. You can now enjoy a taste of the tropics wherever you live, as long as you got the vita-mix Turbo Blend VS and the Omega Vert 330 HD juicer. Once again, my name is John Kohler with DiscountJuicers.com. Be sure to visit DiscountJuicers.com/YouTube for special promotional offers for our YouTube visitors.